Protecting against flash fire. Flash fire hazards are present where flammable gases, vapors, or combustible dust could be released into the air and ignited. They typically last between 1 and 5 seconds and can have a total heat energy of anywhere from 1 to 15 calories per centimeter. Work environments where employees may be exposed to flash fire include oil refining, chemical processing, oil and gas drilling and servicing, natural gas utilities, laboratories, and anywhere combustible dust is present. The amount of thermal energy a worker encounters during a flash fire depends on a variety of factors, such as the type of fuel, the duration of exposure, and the concentration of fuel to oxygen. When it comes to flash fire protection, the General Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or OSHA, PPE Regulation CFR 1910.132 does apply. In addition, the National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, has developed 2 standards specifically written to help protect workers against flash fire: NFPA 2113 and NFPA 2112. NFPA 2113 covers the selection, care, use, and maintenance of flame-resistant garments. It requires the employer to perform a hazard assessment, and then, if a potential flash fire hazard is present, to select flame-resistant garments that meet the requirements of NFPA 2112. NFPA 2112 outlines the minimum requirements for FR fabrics and garments used for flash fire protection. For FR fabrics, NFPA 2112 establishes minimum performance requirements that include a heat transfer performance of no less than 6 calories per square centimeter using a spacer in the test device, and no less than 3 calories when in contact with the test device. A maximum flammability test char length of 4 inches with 2 seconds maximum of after flame. A maximum of 10% shrinkage and no melting and dripping, igniting, or separating during a heat resistance test. A predicted body burn of no more than 50% after a 3-second exposure in an instrumented mannequin test. NFPA 2112 also provides specific garment design requirements. For instance, metal components cannot come into direct contact with the skin. Threads used for sewing must be inherently FR, and hardware like buttons, fasteners, and closures must not melt or drip, separate, or ignite. Finally, NFPA 2112 requires third-party certification of the components in the garment and diligent, audited quality control during the manufacturing process. When selecting FR clothing for protection against flash fire, be sure to review the relevant regulations and standards, determine the potential for exposure, and then find a garment or garment system that provides the appropriate protection. In all cases, protective clothing should cover all potentially exposed areas, including any flammable underlayers. To ensure proper protection, coveralls and shirts should be zipped or buttoned up. Sleeve cuffs should be secured and never be rolled up, and shirt tails should be tucked in. For more information on hazards, safety standards, and FR clothing, take a look at our other helpful educational videos.